Here's the exact system stack I've been using to scale my coaching business completely with AI past 20K a month. So I'll show you basically the whole infrastructure, how to set up all the automations, and just give you a high level view of how an AI growth engine can really help you scale your info offer, coaching offer, whatever you have in the leanest, most profitable way possible without having to deal with a team. And obviously, as a result, maximizing your time freedom. I've been able to only work a couple days a week on this and keep the operations going. So let me show you how this looks like. Now we're going to have 4 main components. So this is how it works. You're going to have your marketing pillar, you're going to have your content pillar, your leads, and your delivery, right? The main softwares, the skeleton of all this is going to be built with make.com, ChatGPT. Then we're going to have an NAN appointment setter, and we're going to have Go High Level and its automations. So let's start with the marketing. So how can you leverage AI to have systems that allow you to come up with marketing ideas in the best way possible? Well, the first thing is going to be basically an AI appointment setter, right? Because this is someone who doesn't sleep, works 24/7 for you, and doesn't miss a single lead because it's all automated, right? Now we built this in made.com. It's a very simple build. It's going to just use ChatGPT with some knowledge base, and you can obviously train it. You can feed all your content, all your conversations to it, and have something that is extremely realistic. Nobody's been noticing that it's AI, and once again, booked calls on a consistent basis, right? Because essentially, first of all, the time response is so short. It's, you can set it to be a couple minutes just to not be like extremely obvious that it's AI, but still, it's shorter than even the most skilled possible setter because it's still a person. And so when it comes to this, AI will always beat a person. It's just like not even close. Efficiency and the fact that obviously it's not a person, right, will make this just the most obvious choice possible. Of course, this can also do follow-ups. So you can finally automate all the follow-up process with this AI setter and basically not miss any leads, not make anything slip to the cracks, and have something that, again, delivers booked calls in your calendar that can be also qualified. Like you can determine like how much you want to qualify these leads and how much calls you want, because you can get infinite calls, but obviously you want to have some sort of qualification process, and you can do all this completely automated, and you can manage also the back end of your CRM. Let me show you how it looks like. With opportunities, you can make basically a stage for every spot that your lead is in. You can make that change automatically with the right automations in process, and basically have a pipeline that's always clean, always organized, always how many new leads you have, how many conversations you have, how many booking links you're sending, how many booked calls you're having, no shows, everything. You can automate that whole process. You don't have to deal with managing your CRM, managing your leads, and anything else on that department. Now, of course, this is built with GHL automations. Now, these are very simple to set up. You can do it yourself. You can learn all this on your own, or obviously you can have someone else come in your operations and an AI engineer basically and streamline all this for you. If you want, we can have a chat. I have a link in the description if you're looking for someone to build all this done for you in your specific offer, for your business. We can see if maybe I can help with that. If not, totally cool. But this is how it looks like in GHL. Now, I really recommend GHL right now. Is the best platform for hosting your automations and have that as like the main center for all the AI systems to work with, because it's just the easiest to work with. In terms of how to make everything talk to each other, how to make the different AI talk to each other, Make it's a really good platform. Of course, you can use NAN, but Make is very easy to use, and this is what we'll be using. Now, what can you use Make for? Well, first of all, you can have a content system, right? So this is something that we built in make.com, where basically it's going to work with your videos, turn them into transcripts, process them in all kinds of different ways. This can be all customized based on what you need, And then we have a Notion that basically tracks and takes care, manages all the content for us, right? So that means, from a long form, which is, a video like this that I'm creating, that will be fed to the trigger here, either uploaded on Drive on YouTube, and then the AI will take the transcript, process it, create short form scripts from that, create marketing ideas from that, copy it, create ads. This is a very simple automation to use. And also you can have, we've been using a platform called Clap that basically is going to automatically clip your long form into shorts. You can then have an agent upload all that for you, built in an AN, or you can just, manage that again inside Notion and like have basically a database of content always ready to be put out. Now, we've been using also Make for handling all the onboarding experience. So all the triggers for when you receive a payment, give access to Discord, Slack, whatever, give the onboarding resources, make sure that the whole onboarding process is as smooth as possible. Again, you can use AI for that. ChatGPT is our preferred language-based model for all this. Of course, you can use whatever you want. And then, like I said, GHL. Now, this is this saves us probably so much time, you have no idea. Having a system that takes care of your pipeline as a whole and doesn't miss a beat in terms of organizing everything and following up is probably the most valuable thing you can do in your coaching business. This, combined with the AI appointment setter, is going to be just a sales machine that's unstoppable, right? You can see how like this is going to work. It's like having a team of setters working 24/7 for you and managing all the leads, doing all the follow-up. Like obviously you can see how this can really make a difference in the amount of booked calls you have. So especially if you have an appointment setting to book a call funnel, well, this is basically what will make the biggest difference. And this is really the core of the systems that we use. So once again, we have the content systems, we have the setting systems, and then we have the CRM system, right? With these three, like you don't need anything else if you're running an info offer priced anywhere from 3K to 10K, whatever it is. And you can make it as complex or as simple as you want. All this is super simple, right? We just have these 4 components here, and really that's it. We don't have. I don't like to add complexity for the sake of it, right? I always talk about here. What I always talk about is a very lean, simple operation that spits out 20 to 30K a month in profit for you to fuel your lifestyle. Work as little as possible. It only takes me a couple of days a week to work in this coaching business. And make the profit that allows you to have a decent lifestyle. And we're not looking to make $1 million a month here, because by the way, these systems can help you with that process. Maybe not exclusively with all this. I don't think you can make $1 million a month on your own unless you have like a huge brand maybe, or a huge influence. But for a simple operation that's realistic, right? We're talking about 20, 30K a month in profit. It's not unrealistic at all. A lot of people can do that. You just need the right systems in place. And so with these systems, it's going to be very, very easy for you to scale to that point. And most importantly, keep your time freedom, have no team, and still make profit. Okay. So again, if you want some help with implementing all this in your offer, we can chat about it. We can see if I can help you with that process, potentially do everything done for you. If not, totally cool.